Hey, Brooke here. Imagine training for something for 4 years. Every morning, every meal, every social sacrifice. Your entire identity orbiting one date on the calendar. And then it just ends. This can cause something called the post-Olympic blues. And even if you're not an athlete, this can apply to you too. Your Olympics could be a big exam, a wedding, a milestone, or even your kids growing up and leaving home. Let's talk about what happened when the biggest goal of your life comes to an end and your brain has nothing left to chase. Dopamine is often called the pleasure chemical, but it's also the pursuit chemical. It spikes in anticipation, in the striving, in the countdown. For an Olympian, life becomes a 4-year dopamine ramp. Train, improve, sacrifice, repeat. Everything points toward one date. But the nervous system wasn't designed for permanent climax. When the event ends, the anticipatory drive collapses, and life suddenly feels empty. Psychologist Tal Ben-Shahar calls this the arrival fallacy, the illusion that reaching a goal will bring lasting fulfillment. But the human brain adapts shockingly fast, and it loves to return to a baseline. Your nervous system always recalibrates, and suddenly you're left with something uncomfortable. You got what you wanted, but you're still left with the existential hum underneath. Developmental psychologist James Marcia introduced the idea of identity foreclosure. It's when someone commits intensely to a role without exploring alternatives. Many Olympians become the swimmer, the gymnast, the sprinter before they even become fully formed adults. Their schedule, friendships, income, validation all orbit one identity. So when the Olympics end, it's not just a competition that disappears. It's a self-concept, and losing a self-concept can feel like grief, even if you won. Psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl argued in his theory of logotherapy that humans are fundamentally driven by a search for meaning, not happiness, meaning, purpose. For years, Olympians have a crystal clear answer to the question, why am I doing this? When the games end, that answer evaporates. And when meaning disappears, the mind scrambles. Not because the athlete is ungrateful, but because purpose was their organizing force. Frankl believed that when meaning collapses, we experience what he called the existential vacuum. That feels dramatic, but talk to enough retired elite athletes and it's accurate. Olympic legend Michael Phelps has openly discussed severe depression after the Olympics, despite historic success. That's not paradoxical, it's psychological. And like I said, you don't need to be an Olympian to feel this. You could feel this after graduating, getting the job, your children growing up, hitting a massive milestone, or finishing anything that consumed you, really. We think achievement will quiet the existential question. Instead, it often makes it louder, because when the climb ends, we're left alone with ourselves, and sometimes that's the part we were outrunning. So, how do you protect yourself from the existential crash? Well, you diversify your identity. Not in a shallow way, not in a busy all the time way, but in a way that makes your self-worth impossible to collapse from one event. You're not just an athlete, you're not just a parent, you're not just an entrepreneur, you're not just a student. You are a system of identities, a friend, a learner, a body, a mind, whatever you want to be. Anyway, thanks for stopping by the Brook of Knowledge. If you liked what your weird brain just learned, hit subscribe. Oh, you didn't? Well, that's okay. You just get a participation trophy then. That's it. You could have got gold if you subscribed, but oh well.